What do you think was one of the most interesting readings you've ever done? I mean, who do you think you've helped the most?
I think with children, one that comes to mind is where a little boy who was one of a twin died. He fell in the swimming pool, knocked his head, and his father at that particular time had got up before that happened to get a beer, and when he come back, the child was floating on the swimming pool.
I remember those parents, they were really distressed, weren't
and
they?
they both came down. I didn't know this information before. And I saw this little spirit boy, and he was making a car go backwards and forwards. It looked like a racing car, a Morgan. And they said that was the child's name, Morgan. And I know it helped the parents a lot to put an enclosure on it, because he said, can you tell my mummy and daddy they've just moved house in a 3-storey house, which was true, and that his brother could see him. And he said, I want you to tell my daddy not to blame himself, because I was looking for spiders and I accidentally fell in the pool. And it helped them a lot, because it made them feel, you know, that child's life wasn't in vain. It came here because we believe in karma, cause and effect, and consequences. And it's going to help those parents tremendously, because they're going to go around schools talking about safety measures of swimming pools and things. And as I said to them, well, God's given you 2 children and God's taken another child back. So you're still very blessed, you still have a child. It could have been no more children.
I'm absolutely amazed with some of the things that come through for both of us. I mean, I remember that time that I've read the poem that the person's put in the coffin.
Amazing, amazing.
Or I remember that lady that came to you who you first thing you said to her when she came through the door was the word Brasso, which is a sort of a cleaning polish in the UK, and that was the code word they'd set up before she died. Or I remember funny things like telling that on that theatre demonstration what you did, where I'm telling that woman about the cat food being put in the Christmas pudding. You know, who does that? Or the instance about the false teeth that she took in her handbag to the funeral of this woman, because she'd forgotten to put them in when he died, so she was carrying the false teeth in her bag. I mean, it's those little tiny bits of proof that, you know, I don't know how people could ever say that's cold reading, because those are such things that are so specific that you could never, in a million month of Sundays, make that up.
Well, it touches a person's soul because you've proved it, that nobody else, it's only personal to them.